think this is Matthew. He discovered Guru Yogas. I think this is maybe wonderful. We haven't got, I don't know. Okay, la. What? Why you close?
Because expensive, this light from the lamp very expensive.
What?
No, this for the next one. Yeah, this is switch off.
Then?
We need to change the channel.
I don't know, you change. All the time, your hands here.
Yeah.
Do. Very deep when you are visualize, maybe in Guru Rinpoche's heart, okay? Like this, sometimes you can go like this. Can you see something? Huh? Okay. Now this is dissolution times, okay? Can you see something? Okay, this. Not. Now I changed this one. It's which page, Matthew? Allah. 40. Now I think it's like this Guru Yoga part. There's a main, okay? There's maybe 3 sections. First section is like talking about the reason. Second is like main teaching. I think so. And then conclusion is the history of the lineages. Namjandashina kuzon di lam nanjurndala ta chukong pi gugugana chukong sanji langasam dombo jere jansen tembu goni lam nanjurk yanlap lam nanjurk langla teni nyangla zuna chokungu totso barda jere zudo lam nanjula tat jere zudo choshin sartap pane zojido chi tenjula jasan ka lojuji tatandire dingasan tanda chena choshin sartablte choma sonni. We already in the main teachings. In the first part is we already done how to visualize the Guru Yoga's tree. And now the second is like the accumulation. Connect to the 7 branches of the offerings. Tan chupan de la jirijudo yan lot them back. Jozon is yan lot them back. Tatanda jinata tumbu ngaji nyembo shansar yan laws. Ta shansalun de la jirijudo yomoni ta shansalu korula manuola yongurete jongshot se jido shoppunala. Shot ta harsipu lundamgon tanizun sargo jido tene gshot se jido manga sal jina bumoni lafani topani ta ngate sal tuna nyomo tungala sofa tenizo hilu ta ulayongo do kontra inyan danala jido shonsa jite ngarje nyembo yin rezongol yinzi jido jimma yan jila Majik Mayanki La Shot Sarjido, Tazuna Jinga Namjo Nyembo Yon, Chimbo Yon, Shupo Yon, Garchimbo Yon, Kipa Yon, Sandum Tosola, Mayan La Kukurzuli Mari, Mayan La Jeris La Shot Sana, Tani, Rong Nichuzovan, the Tandi, Tozo de Shot Sana, Majerk Nyembo, Sonam Koto, Tandi, that Zo Chivan, Najerk Nyembo Shot Saru, Yan Lot Las. Rongo lu jaton chong me pa hi ke dar ji chong ni ji zhe de nam ke ta do nyam sem chen tam che chong rong dong lan de xiang char ba sam hi shi do li hin ge de ni nam ba che wi xiang char lu song ge le ni chi ni dong bo je de ni chi ta ko so na ko ni je de xiao dong bo xiang char chi zo de ni lu de ni de chen ji na ji ten kam de de chen do nyam ji ko lu chi zhe 지루 제그나 제 마트 받던라지 나 롱랑 라고 더더 트이 되니 되게 제르즈노 루쿠 부고니 셔츠알세 먹고 부고니 람 난주고 손데즈 생쿠 부고니 제르즈도 데파 무람 난주 던르즈 도크니 드니에트 되니 남반 트르지나 몸보지도 되니 지 향도 조신라 셔츠알세 예르테 향도 조시 주주스 Di nong la jiri zido rong lu jatong chong me pa hi ki dal chi chong he se sam ji ma sha ko mombo chi zhe de nam ke ta dong yang bu san chen tam che chong rong dong han de xiang char ba sam ji rong ki jiri zido lu tong chong bom 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 cha lu le de dong chep jik nam ka ga chep ko san chen sem chen ka chel la jiri zido tenin di gari se bu ko ta Dunghar ki chabyo se chogur deda tamche dunghar mepa hepa che tal rongyen senchen tamche se rongyen senchen tamche se kamanda nangkin tanyang je senchen tamche chong senchen tamche tong nyam da se rongdong lan ji de hyang char ba sam ji deni o kute dan dan zogres. And now it's like the next session is persuasion, the antidote to the pride. And persuasion is normally we just to say it's like I am best, I'm good, I have quality. Why I need to persuasion? This is particularly when we are like kind of civilizations, countries, many like this kind of. Sometimes we are too much arrogant, too much proud, and this is big problem is when we have like this attitude. And then we can't see our own secret defects and faults. We only to see the others' defects. Maybe when we see others' defects, maybe not. This may be, for example, our own defects shine out, project out, looks like everything's incorrect. And therefore, first times we need to diminish or like kind of the eliminated our own pride or the arrogance. And I read firstly these sentences if you read it, and then it's of course very easy. And every day we are like preliminary morning we are reciters. Sure, I prostrated emanating as many bodies as there are particles of the dust in the whole universe. And first times when you are prostrations, you just palm and together in the front to standing, and then you need to thinking about that. For this practice, visualize that you are emanating 100, 1,000, then innumerable bodies like your own, exactly your emanation. Inconceivable, infinite of you imagine, you emanated magic. As the numerous as the particles of the dust in the universe, you're like kind of the emanation is like uncalculable, like kind of the pervaded maybe in the space. At the same time as visualize whoever dwell, whoever living beings or any kind of transmigrations in these universal beings, as the infinite, as the space itself, are the prostrating together with us or you. And the word for this at the part R, then as we recited, is exactly this trouble more explanation than they say. And when we are like accumulating the prestations, these 7 branches prayers together, and together to 100,000 if we do so fantastic. Now it's like here is here Tribune Bunga Mason Zam Hepa Namni Hyandro So to Dead the Sean Sarchung Rongway, Deta Hep, Sholan Yud Moson, Sean Saru Capsula, Sean Sarti Buntra, Shot Jatambate, Shot Garcia Gota, Bumchi Sub, Bum Nasi, the shop Bumchin Drogler. The Bum the Drogo do Sitem, Sheer Triyon Bungasi, Triyon Bungasi, and La Hyandro Bum Jig, that hinted the was on the Lonchen Hintik and Rudon, 100 Randotana, Hundro, the Dundutanala, Triyon says it. When do Triyon said, Jerry Tombo, Tanjo Nikavanizo, Tomo Shoyo Hondo, Triyonzo. Ninjong Yong Topa Jil, Yezizo, Ninjong Yegizo, Nam Milutan Tondu, some Gavagam. Te Gavagam, but some Chichogo, Mare, Jerezo, the Chimatop, Gola Sana, Deji Shodo, Nonis, show some Jigo, Matopatella, some Jig Tondu, then in Jokuchu, Dubguk some. Corwin Yimit here on the Tanala, Tan Corwandeli Tazi, Tari Mazu, Milutan Topandito, Mazuna, Chimatop Kechi, Yongre. Tak tarwa jerezo don korbani tarji kadu ke ta nyon jo nyer to drug son tani jerezo do ti le jendil heme yembala tani jerezo do ti top rumo yenda ti mi do yenda ron ki jerezo le jendila son kon tatu reyongo tani tarwa penyan ti tarwa kompotona ti maron son ji ko ron yenya ga tanda yonde tani gebe henya ti la tango son ti hundro hye sho tomo ko hundro chop yonde ji Then Tam Nonka Trayon then Yandru Trayon, Shansen Hill Trayon, Dosan Trayon, Manda Solula Sobatandis or Tat Nama Patsadu, that Yandru Bunga Ma said you saw good. Bungati saw good, Bunga Mati Nonjandajana, Tumo Nonko Hondo, Tumo Nonko Hondo Tendajana, you could tip that you did. Could we need to that you yonling a market tea than the Zol. Those of the Tanala, Trayon Bunga Mate, candidate, Ninti Mundu Lusuzuna, Hyandrum Bante, Jindogre, Samhin Bate, Jindogre, Mentor the Bate, Jindogre, Teni Durgisemba, Ombanza Sato Samase, Yijam Bante, Jindogre, Togti Catanala, the Shom Batejro, Togumbam Nadi, Di Catanala, Yenchi, Manchi, Lama Najurte, Bantok Junior Rosizo, Tangarizanam Bantonia, Zachigo Sendo. Kahijanam Bum Jathambay, saying do. Contrary and Chokeredo, Pacharumbochenko Luso Tananam Bum Jani Jatanda Sogres and Oman Benza Group in Masdo. Togajered to Sardu, Tam Banga Mason Banga, Mason Tom said, Tam Banga Masona, Mujik Togyo Mare. Jeredo Chi Yehilaman, the Chimboto Togo Mato, Bangama, Mason Tom Tandri Yona, Sean Sardutanala, Jerin Jok Dugriva. Hyandro Kunchusung the hits of Sound Telenon Yonches, over on you to the jungle, Yonchen Himbi part the absent Chesed, Hyandro the short dog, short Nama Padu, Hyandro Nama Padu. Then there was only reason. Mason San Hepa, Namni, Hyandro Soto, Drote, Yomana Hyandro, Yomana San Hit, the result, the party Yija the son and wrote to Samandu, Jered the Yija Tachik Sela, short genius, Targaro. Hyandro do Sahin, a party, the so common Sahin, Choguresm. So the Sean Sarchon Rovi, Deta Hippie, Holan, Yun Mose, Yoda Yoli Retes, Yonayon, won't you shock a true the Yambi, Laman and your Tondreva, Sean Sarnana, persons on your rose. Won't you shock a true Mamati, Tatandana, should dolly hing the number to Sean Sarson, Darian, be Laman and your Tondreva Redolera. Sean Sarn Dodon, Dreva the Sean Sar, the Jerez the young lot, the Batilla, Kuruziru to your marriage. Young lot them but Sachin Dunsela, short jig, Nin Tarsona, short jumba, Coron Sondra. I think next how to presentations. Here is the generally when you are practice the entire 500,000 preliminary prayer, it is correct to combine prestation with refugee practice. And that tradition is the often followed a little bit, often followed is maybe a little bit sarcastic way they say like this. And here is kind of the entire, if you do the 500,000 preliminary practice. And here is talking about the kind of, it's like a kind of the training and to practice, or the training time. Training is like kind of the outer preliminary practice training, or like kind of practice. It is like kind of the simple way, and you need to a little bit to read and to look at again the outer preliminary or the common preliminary practice. There's the 6 chapters, and the first is like how to get the human existence. And we are understood the human existence, may be very happy. We want to do something. We understood the precious human existence. But sometimes where your next chapter, they're talking about the impermanent. I'm appertain the human existence. This is not the undestructible. This is very fragile. This is like momentary nature. Like my impermanent is really like same as my shadow. And then you a little hurry up, I need to do something. And then it's like you understood the defects of the samsara and the qualities of the nirvana, this choice. Or I don't want to be in the defects in the samsara because there are a lot of defects. I mean, if you realize the true nature of the realities, then is the samsara is not samsara. If you like kind of see the samsara, you direct to look the nature of the samsaras. Maybe you haven't got any defects of the samsara. But until there's, we are in the relative, like kind of now, we should to quickly to be free from the samsara. And then is the next chapter talking about the inevitable of the causalities. It is not like created by the God or Buddha, Lama, nothing. This is the nature of the realities. If you do positive, inevitably result happiness. If you kind of do the negative things, of course, it is the result of the suffering. That inevitable causalities you understand, and then you are more automatically caring about the causalities. And then how I can to recognize what is really positive and negative. And of course, positive I will go to the parinara. Negative, and I'm going to all the time in the training in the cyclic existence. And that perspective, I need to follow the spiritual masters, and because I don't know how to avoid negative and to adopt the positive things. And then it's like kind of how to follow the spiritual friends, and you are like kind of the searching good qualify like this. And then you got this good spiritual friends telling to you, then you need to do like this. Then finally, okay, in order to avoid the samsara, in order to achieve in the nirvana, what can is? Then we need to practice in the preliminary practice. Start refugee, bodhicitta, Vajrasattva, mandala, and the presentation, and the Guru Yoga. And then it's like if you in a practice like start this the refugee practice, you need to do like kind of the 500,000 preliminary practice. If we don't do that, this 500,000 preliminary practice to clean our minds before we like talking about the feet receptacle contains it. in our mind is become the fit receptacle, like a content, in order to become like, or in order to have good mind, good receptacle or contain, in order to nectar of the pit instruction of your spiritual masters. Before that, we need to a little bit to clean up. That's like kind of in order to receive main teaching, pit instructions. And therefore, we all the times need to do before 500,000 preliminary practice. The 500,000 preliminary practice, according to Longchen teaching, this preliminary practice, according to Patrul Rinpoche or the Jigme Limba and Jarvan like this, they count as like this 500,000 preliminary practice. We need like kind of the 100,000 of the refugee prayer, 100,000 of the bodhicitta, 100,000 of the Vajrasava, 100,000 of the mandala, and 100,000 of the prostration. The more other traditions, there's a country different, okay? This you need to, someone say, oh, our tradition is like this and this. Sometimes like some other traditions, I didn't say them, sometimes they like refuge bodhicittas together. And then they kind of the counting the Guru Yogas. The Patrul Rinpoche's like kind of tradition, first this 500,000, I just to mention that, and the top of that, then is the Guru Yoga. Normally it's like kind of the 1,200,000 we need to do it, but for example, like Patrul Rinpoche's tradition, when Guru Yoga, the mantra of the Guru Rinpoche, like 100, how do you say it's like almost at 100,000 or 200,000. Like this we needed, and that is like ecstasis. Then afterwards, really like kind of the clean that our mind is. It's normal to say like this. When I was in Tibet, someone is like the teaching very direct. For example, Yeshe Lama or Longchen Pasasam, they ask to a student, you done the preliminary practice? You say no, then they cannot enter. And because this is not good for you, and you should to do the Hondosu. Or maybe you studied many years, maybe 6-7 years, you studied Madhyamika, like the philosophy, all these things. And then it's maybe it's equivalent of the you done the 500,000 sometimes, then because your mind has become more soft, more like relevant in order to receive the main teachings. It is connected to the combined prestation with the refugee practice, and the tradition is often followed that someone they do like this because they want to do quickly. One refugee prayer, one prestation, you goes together. When your prestation is finished, also refugees finish it. This like they doing like this. And presentation is there's a true kind of the normal. One is a longer, fully presentation. One is like short to just 5, like a kind of piece you put on the ground. This maybe next time is more explanations coming, and like this. Now then it's like here's it. Hyonsarvche lujugoni hyonsava. Mok hyonsar sundi jitsindonba. Yeti jinzi chehi don luti linhir ju mugu don ji dodon sanjan don ji hanji hyonsarva mi pasu lungo yosa chen ji turda hepan ni chila so ta ni chimbo hyonsarva kapsula jozogre jina hyonsarva che ta lujugoni hyonsarva se. The sunam so so lujugoni hyonsarva se. Hyonsalu te the whole and jis here in the Hodja Jalu, Lupo, Trung, Gulu, to so Tomayol. Then in Hockey Hyonsark Sunday, Tata Kond Sonjaka, Shodoli Hig, Thunder, Tundizo, Tundana, Tetan, Sonam, Take Kablayon, Mipago, Lu Trung members. 다 여지지리주도 다리 형차스 열때 라면 난교고 초징데 롱고 잡을 라마이나 초그래 이람고를 림포체 인스메 바텔라 예체히드 다 체마토 제리주도 진제 체히 진제 체히 여지 진제 체히드나 nga hiel tu na du lu tong na shen na sun na yo na ni na jin zi san na che hi che yin za bu la ma che yin se tar se ye che hi ge lu te lin hir de na lu te sa chi ji bu che ma to lu pa la ma zhu ma la ma hi se jang ji ten ti to la lu te sa ji te za bu la ma yin se lin hir se che re ju ta pe yen ba chum par jir ni lu te la pa yi chi ha chung ko trobo zo go tan mu gu to do to sen chen tam chi hlan chi de hyong cha ru mi pa so lu ge ne ngok ne ye je ne sam bo su chen chi de zhe ji na nyam chi de su zhe ni san ge so ran de ngok ge je de do chi ju de ne je de do de lu hyong cha ji zhe na de na ha chung ko kal chin bo re zo how do you do the next one is very much easy. Oh, so in an important point when is during the presentations is links body, speech, and mind. Of course, they all the times need together. Then some people say the conjunction, where's my coffee? Not good. And this the mind, as you like kind of the physically prostrated with your bodies. For example, bodies, you making the accumulation merit, and also later is explain about how you kind of to make the palm your hand, and how you can to like kind of the body to shape is direct or just like this, and the later is coming really like a kupa to respect the way to the. Then it's like recite the text for the prayer from the presentations with your speech. And the body speech is, don't say like this. And someone says, can you incense? No, can you bring the like normal like kind of the speech never mix it. Only should your speeches. And then mind is what kind of says. With your mind is consider that you are doing presentation in the like company of all beings and practice with respect and devotions and like kind of the with your all the sentient beings rely entirely on the teacher, rely on like kind of the confidently and surroundedly yourself to him. Here is like kind of the entirely means is like kind of the whatever happens, and if I'm happy or if I'm in sorrow, I'm going to up, down, whatever happened, I only entirely rely on the teacher Udan Guru Rinpoche and confidently surrounding means it's like kind of the nothing to anything to take refuge others, only like focus and entirely to the like kind of the Guru Rinpoche, yourself to him. Tetar mayan ba kai means sen shuru je yer jison drum. Karere se na chere judo ishu nin rodu maju he pa hyona miton hipa tisho se yin hi tarmon ramba yon je ting de yar. Yon shu se te yin hyona miton hipa tisho se yin hi ramba yin je ting de tarmo yarwa tab sen nami ko ondo ton lu te koni chororo hyon sandu he pa lana ronki zupo du te pa zangli nimbo jyon me pa hi pa xiao so dan de ha zhong ge gar qian bu ji hyong cha bu ga zi hyong cha na xiao yang zhen chan na go lu ngo ye sem choma de jik de journey se chi de se ji anal gele chi de zo ne chen ji zhen se ji den na nor chen ji de jik de se ji lu ngo ye sang ko kan de zo ga na data mayan pa kai means Kachi yin do le jana kesha yan hin do. Mi che yin so jana ji logon in to pano ni ji ngaso ni Dharma haso le la kan cham Dharma haso tse na mi ti so ndo. Deni sanjiri do shuru ji ye do shon sa so ni ta chong no ju ju te go ni gwan ju kana yogo ni kapar bo kana yogo te go so shuru ji so ndo. Ta kain do means that it na ji short ji lu garan sa so. I show ni che zo ndundu se na ji mando so na tando so na sanchen do so na nda ma ju chi pa se ji ye so na nda de do hyong bo kap sa la mi ki de sho la ta ni se ji I show de ni so na ndri zo sho ja ja na de sho ja ja go ma di zo ga ri zo la de no bo nu zo ni shi ja ti la ma tal ya kan tu bo ni ge se yo de se ja ti po mo tal ya ka sa ji ge se de zo de ten rong ban na yan na de gu mo de ba to Majoshi passion, Mitakibatis. In Talmo Yapa, Talmo Cherizudo, Ndrambasi, Nala, Yon the Yarte, Chansabaton, Yon in Dramba is a Yarvalas, Talmo Yarvaton. That is a Pelila Ronki Yongana, Saint Nami Condoton, Lute, Koni said Lukorun Chororo, Zenaji, Chansa Tashak Sage and Dimila, Chororo, Shochi, Sandu Singas on Santo Chipan. Sandok short sandok de zo ngaja kakel ko chu short de sandok de zo ta chu che ta tan cha ge zum yan le ma na ha mo bu de ba ja yong la bu bu tu zu yin chi min short cha man san chu le short cha tar short rong ge zu po du te pa tan hin bo chu me pa ten de zo ga na short cha na kal yo le ti kal lo te so nam ko chu pa che rong ge rong che zo ma ge wa do du te ma to te la che zo do yon ten do te la so nam chi yong ma res. That the next one is quite very easy. Why it's the easy, okay? Here is like we're talking about the confidently surrendering yourself to him to prestations. Here is the otherwise you will end up just saying whatever you like and looking around everywhere while your mind is chase after all like the sort of the external events, and you're like kind of the mouth, and whatever you say is like your presentation is like this, doing like the my shoes, where's my telephone? There's one message. And like this, and also like eye is like not to the visualization or look in the front of your the presentation, and there's one coming and to look this. This person has a very strange mouth. This mouth is big and this mouth is like looking around. I think it's not that good. Okay, looking around everywhere while your mind is chasing it. And you have presentations. I think my telephone's this morning in the toilet or maybe in my bedroom. Sort of the external event. Or maybe it's like sometime in Brussels, sometimes in the everywhere. This kind of not very good. Pushed by on someone's. It's like a past. Past is someone's coming. Someone's is like this, and then the person, are you wearing shoes? You are like kind of not respected. Someone's. It doesn't matter when we are prostrating and we are doing ourselves the accumulation of virtue to them. There's someone's wearing shoes, or someone is like doing very funny things. Okay, you do it. Why not? And someone's like coming in the temple or in the you're near the presentation upside down. It's coming. Why not? Don't do that. You are crazy. Your presentation you destroyed it. Like this. Pass by someone's like talking on your right. Dawn your eyes, and this side, and attention on that direction. You do the control, this lama has big mouth. This lady's mouth. This is presentation not that good, okay? and like eyes and your attention to this side, and you will find your joy, and the hand like pressing against your left cheek, and so this lama, and the next one, and like they say, when someone comes alone on your left, and then you would look around and listen that direction side, and your joint put is like, here's and up, and like kind of the touching your right cheek instead. And you do like this, and therefore you must understood that to make honor outward showing of the doing prestation, like that is an above. And this kind of letting your minds be taken over by distractions, while your body is kind of the lunch. There is, I think it's lunch, maybe you know that, but lunch means it's like kind of doing maybe like this. Example, lunch, okay, that, and down by the itself is just a physical ordeal, ordeal, what it means, ordeal is the difficult experience, hardship. Ordeal is, for me, is new, English, then the note is wonderful. Ordeal, where is ordeal? Yes, ordeal, yes, ordeal, that the serves no purpose whatsoever, just kind of the tack prestations. In the Central Tibet ancient times, some ministers in the coming, and then ordinary people need to immediately to prostration. And this one, there's nothing accumulation, nothing there. For example, in China, in Japan, someone's going, that is same as in Tibet, it's like with prestations. Also someone's prestation, like it. And sometimes it's like, I don't know. Make joke like this. They must Dharma koton to Pemaka. That is the Pem the Lop Dharma Yalukolas. There must says young Dharma koton to Pemakambuta good years. Dharmola non konton mepa. Lantern tete jabaton. Sote two sans yepason maronte. Jerezo the Tarmon the days of Yarong the Mazi, the Chant Sarseyon, Tarmo Kotonta, Bema Kambuta, good jersey, then the good, and there's a non la, tomba de yom, then there's all yartani, and he all Jerezo Kashi de yom jig. Then he meet Chulu on the Majan, Pumun, and there's a Yana Hianenzik Tukala, Norun Zambanon, and there's a Yana Yolan Mato, Japiazo, Leles, and there's a ya, Ninzogan the so. Two times Zonian Mareso. There is a Pema Cambuta, say the Hollow Tenders. Then a Tarmo Techezo, non coton me pass, non coton badina, the tomba, Mayampa, that the lantern tetes, and is a Jarbato, Sote no two times, Sote two times Shepasona, Ronle Mares, Nyale Mare, Terongo Mareso, Tarvachimbi, Shosiji, Pundo, Tando, no Garden. Pema Kambu Shendava, Loni Tarmo, Loni Hivo Tarjate, Lupa me Patronsuchi, Shuchi Sonji, Lashon Salson. That Dinon Jedson Donachina, Pema Kambu Shendava, said the law on the Lohate, the days of Nonko Tombas, then he made Chuluna Pamondo, Yala, the Candani, or the Jitsit Tomba. Then he Loni Tarmo, take it to Huvolia, Huviton Tata, La Mato Jesus. Dana Mayan Pachi, Tata, they told them, that isn't. Then it is a Lupome Cotronsojana, Tom Kond Sombanoja, Rongulu, Trome, Jansotra. Then he showed you Sonjinala, showed you Sonjina, showed you some thing, walk, showed you Sonjinala, Shon Sarna, then he saw them, some Jimashapa Chamber Yuri, Tenison. But now next one is explanation of the how you can to put your palm together and like this. And here is talking about the when you perstate up, your hand is together in the shape of the lotus bond. Lotus bond about like this. When you do like in the here, inside is like empty, like a little bit not like to touch flat. Do like this, and even you put in the water, it doesn't go through like this. And do like this, not like flat, this a little bit open in the then it's like in the front like this, lotus, but about the blossom, leaving a space in the middle. That means it's like kind of the in the middle. You should to like kind of space in the middle means it's empty inside like a cotton. Inside is like this. Even if you do like this, maybe you put water, it doesn't go here, but maybe water, man, not like this, okay? And now you understand like this and this. Do you understand? Okay. That is like this. And also it is not right to press your palms, press like this, rightly together, leaving to the space between them. Having no space between them means there's like no, there's a space. You do like this, there's space. Space between them. No to touch together, only the tip of your fingers. That means just like this, and then not good. And also middle a little bit like this. Okay, then that is it's easily. And also it's the sutta of the great liberation says this is like a tandoori. It's in Tibet. It's like some people died. And the 49 days they recite this sutta. Tarvachimbundosi is a great liberation. The sutta of the great liberation says how it is says. Very easy ways. I join my hand above my head, and this is the like in English is go to like is bring first. And how I can to enjoy my hand in the above. This is above means not here. We do like this. And you above is really you need to put here in the top of like this, and like this, and then it's like on open lotus buds. Lotus buds before I said like this. To in the heart level, to do like this. Maybe also sometimes you put here inside. Look, Avalokiteshvara's, he's one, the two hand is in the front of the heart, holding in the jewel, and like kind of the different precious jewel. And then it's like you bring this hand, it's like head, and you offer the whatever in your hand. And also that times you visualizations, and to purify your body, there's in the downs coming there. But therefore it says like my hand above my head, like this, not like this, and also not like this. Okay. Someone's really very kindly doing like this. Not Dharma yatese. Then it's like a open lotus bud. And also with the countless body, most in the clouds. That means it's above, says, when you are prostration, your body is you emanated. Like a kind of the must in a cloud. It's like kind of cloud. Then I prostrated to the Buddhas of the 10 directions. The 10 direction is 4 directions, 4 cardinal directions, up and down. That's very easy. And then it's like next quotations, Yonten Li Jones, Parchu Kamba Lutatnis. parchu kamba me per lutit ni ninkar kuchi wanto ngambala metu to pirazon him nut kawe chong to yun zambai hisong tanto so nyangon da chansu ni ya gogo mu ta kontar yancho dino la cheri to parchu kamba me lutit ni jena parchu kamba me ba jena chi chari churi yari yuri tanda mayam pa jik lu gut lutat ni jena lu gupa ko goni ti goni tene hinkala kupi ngonto ngambalas hinkala cheri to chi gupu goni chi sundik malam je ji taselen sa ngonto se chisele kutal tani ngonto ngambala jena ta hinka kuchi ngonto ngambana ngonto jena ngonto se ji namjan da jena hierum ko la ko hierum to zula ngonto se chiri zu ngamba su mikpa hies ge tela ngambala ta meto torbi razon nyum no se meto jena torma ende chiri zu tampe makam ta se ji tela ta nyum ko no tinola carbon chong ko yun zambai jina ta carbon chong te ji jin yang je nor do rumbo chen ra slen sang go tanda ko je de do ji ku pa tanda ko to shu jina ti sha wa do hyo pa tenda wo jin zamba he ni ngi hyang chan le yang the quotation is so difficult for me but you know it very well treasury of the precious the quality says this is the Longchen Pa's book what it says that make a sign of the reverence at your heart. And do you know reverence? What does it mean? I'm not sure that. Okay. Don't. My computer is angry. You didn't. Reverence. Okay, reverence. Can you a little bit more, kind of? Okay. Yeah, like a kind of reverence is more like kind of. Signs of reverence at your heart. Okay, I'm going to reading, okay, together. Your body is bending low without distractions. This, if you combine together, making a sign of the reverence, your heart. This, my meaning is in the Tibetan, and this sentence is corresponding is this one, okay, and this is corresponding here, and this line because your body bending low without distracted. And like distracted parchokamana. But it's a reverence, is maybe in your heart. What does it mean? Maybe you respect it, but maybe lots of us to think like this. Wantok, here is. Okay, this wantok means it's like from your heart, respectfully, and you need to remember that visualization of the Guru Yoga's tree, and like that one to say it. Buddhist is like absolutely the respectful, and your hand though they like kind of the cupped flower both, and then it's like same as before in the heart lever. And then you are like kind of the two holding like maybe it's like flower, but or like a vase, and then it's they held together like a relic case. Can you say relic case? Huh? Huh?
Relic.
Kabran chongar to shun zambaya. The held together like a case. Case? Cause. Case, okay. Okay. Kabran chong the Tani Sangal. Kabran chong se chise. Kabran se. Ah. Dona to Dzimangule. Rally the Cherizos, the researchers government. Dharma Jaton. Pen researching. Researching. Ala. Researching Glesk. Pildon, resale, Yishol, Lonto, Trenten. That I'm a little bit confused. Okay, translator. Oh my God. Kabo chong se chi. Ah. Ah. Really? You didn't turn him down. Kitine Nichela Chicho. Caverdo. Caver says the Rati Chesomale. Caver chunk to shoot some by him. The Metu Razon Yaman. Carver chunk to Yunzum. Carvin chunk to Yunzum by Sage. Then your hand and together they copped of the flower bond. This is him Metu Zumba no is a flowers bud. The reading. The now in the sit Mishkar, but Ali, but Joe Rumbo 6. Conversation done that. Barmits, Loshi, Paman, than the Cajun no Majorada, Salom Shiba. Oh, yeah. Contrary, I'm talking about this, the relics case. Maybe, okay, you need to check. I think it's like, can you more check the Longchen Pass at the treasure, what did they say? Gaber Chunk. And here is like more, Cambo is talking about like how you pump to be together. It's not talking about relics, not talking about the case. No flower but metu topi razon human relics. Yes, not but nyamba is not relics. No. Nyamba Jina, as Campbell said, is a Nyamba is a hand. These translations, I don't understand. Hey, guys, I'm talking about this because it's Longchen Pass, the is absolutely poetic. Jigme Limba. Sanya to Nyak Nyong. Ala. Yogo Nyun said to Yosango. Nyam Pa said, Ayona. Ala. Kavandu. Ndo Nyamba de Orge. Or Nyamba said, just a handful jingle. No, not the relics case. Handful. Measure. Okay, like rain. Nyamba is like double handful. Why they say like this then? Lop unchurwani karyab number. Pena chin nyamba. Lutni tomba tavre. And this number, I don't know, relic case, okay? And here is the nyin, it's generally is this one, and also you do like this, also nyin, and like this, but not relic case. But anyway, hand together like and they are both like this, and cover chongo to yun zamba yeshizon. The ne rehi thermo hubo yarbi lujo depato, damba yarbi hok depato, yankar yarbi yoj depato. Tapi tele labore, hubo to the yan lujo depaton over show song to ngol yan ngok depaton over the yankar yan yoj depaton over show, said, tapi na lujo depa carriolina so mayan bala, monson pasio lujo depare. Ngok depa jan tama tito ngon cherry jury, the tondo vacu. Then it sank depa carriolina nasan, nusan, lotase, yankar yabi yoj depa, te tomchi tondo vacus. The Nissan, then you luja manga sala papji, siavase. Luja manga says the malna says the lofani, com the pomoni, topak natilla, manga sala papji, chavas. Now, but your hand together and place them on the crown of your head, then at your throat, and then at your heart, to purify the obscuration of the body, speech, mind, respectively. And when the pump you put in your head, you think, may I purify my body's obscuration? How do you say? Purified my body. And then you put here and purify the speech. And heart is purified the mind. And in the body is like kind of the need to purify it, is negative things of the killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. And verbally is like the lying and sowing disc and harsh word and nonsense chat or the gossip. And then it's like mind is like need to purify it, negative things, like the, how do you say, it's like napsin is covetousness, notion is like kind of to wish to others harming, and wrong view. These are 10 negative actions we need to purify it. And then you touch the floor with your body at 5 points, 5 point, and 2 arm, 2 knees, 4, and this far the head forward. There is a trabaton, jig lantern, pumoni, ngabo salapati, Chokyi piece. That's it, trabatin, the man lantern, pumoni, ngabo salapati, Chokyi. The forehead and the palm of the true hand and the true knees. This is like kind of the 5, what it says, the 5 point. And then tikap tenala nyumba tunga gtrapan thondro shows ko son tu yanten chenli ngi yan hyanlam no thopa la sopo gupa yopi teta bhyas ta nyumba tungi drapajina dosho hedon tumu ngarja chodu ngari te nga goni tanguni cherido limgewa chubu te tokwa dndo tela nyumba 남자 때는 념 세지도 둥하르바지도 나르바지라 콜레 때 몽세제 몽세 세타나 단 도르나 치지도 지 둥에 리 칸데 레오나 념 바세 념 벌리 념 바 둥알라 때는 리 찌시파초나 둥하르 그 저레도 타 둥아 그 드판다파쇼스 둥아 다 때네 제레도 둥이 드파 파톤도도 거송투 양탄 천링아 di xianlap de tuandro ba xiose goi xianlap song ge xianlap tu ge xianlap yuan ten ge xianlap chenling ge xianlap do nga yu le de jere zu do ta song ji ge go song jere zu do tu de de yuan ten se ji de jere zu do fu yang ten chenling ji na jere zu song ji ge chenli de do chong ma de nge san la ju ba xiose la so gu ba yu pin de ta xia ba yin no and then it's like the forward near this. And the next one is in order to purify the obscuration of the 5 poisons and obtain the blessing of the body, speech, mind, qualities and activities. That is very easily to understand. Here is the poisons. Poison is 5 poisons, desire, attachment, and the anger, aversion, and tumu, ignorant, and jealousies. Dosha hedon tumu ngadjar. And proud and jealousies and this kind of the poison and our mind is any kind of relate to these 5 poisons then if we doing something is negative they're doing the source of the sufferings that is we need to purify it. When we are purified this obscuration of the 5 poisons the result or the like receive blessing of the Buddha's like body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities. Buddha bodies like we become the same as Buddha's body, speech, mind, and the activity is like the enlightened activities, limitless sentient benefits, and qualities. Qualities is like whatever like kind of the realization of the Buddhas. And like this. Maybe we can stop 5 minutes. Chokyi ngama mabuk ko. Ngama abuk. Ta kasi.